So I'm just going to go through main characters because obviously, you know...
We'll do side characters as well.
But the chances of them being playable characters is very, very small. So obviously there's Link, Zelda, Derek, Mifa, Roam's already in, Urbosa, Rivali, Pura, Paya, Impa's already in, Yunobo, Riju, Tabor, King Doraphan,
King's already in.
King Roam, not the king who is the king of the Zora tribe.
Oh, right.
Hence Doraphan. The Great Deku Tree, that would be an interesting moveset. Completely still.
Big giant though.
Hestu, Monk Maz Koshia,
Already.
Koga, and Cass.
Cass, who's Cass?
The Rito that does the accordion. Are you going to play? And then there's lots of, like, side characters.
Should I do this? It's not... I can't use the thingy,
You can't
but...
use the Master Cycle,
No, but it's a normal one.
Yeah, sure. It should be not too low to do. So you've got groups of people. Bolson Construction Group. You've got the Yiga Clan, obviously. The Champions. The Goron Group Mining Company.
Who are the enemies, though?
Who are the enemies? What enemies?
In Breath of the Wild.
You mean
Apart
bosses?
Apart from Ganon.
Well, it's Ganon's, Koga, and Monk Maz Koshia. Those are the main bosses. There's the Moldu King and the Igneo Talus Titan in the DLCs.
I really haven't got a clue, to be honest. I really don't. I guess it would be cool to play the LYNEL.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can possibly think of.
Oh yeah, amiibo characters. You've got Epona and Wolflink.
Oh, Epona would be good.
Yeah, that's about it. So there's lots of like minor characters, which are all the Hylians, all the Gorons, all the Shika monks, all the Great Fairies, which are already in the game. You've got the Flying Dragons, the deities, so Dinral, Farosh, Major. That's Malanya. Oh, the God of Horses. Sweet. Huh. What? Did we ever see Malanya?
Ah, got it. Okay. Huh?
I'm wondering if we ever saw Malanya in Breath of the Wild.
Who's Melania?
The horse god.
I didn't see it. It's giant, isn't it?
Yes, he's giant.
I saw the blue one.
Well, that's the deer god, isn't it? Hang on. Blue deer.
You missed Urbosa's cool attack, by the way.
Wild. Oh, the double strong attack.
Yeah.
Oh, Satori, Lord of the Forest.
You ready?
Go on. Attack! Are you pressing it?
Did it before.
Isn't it just pressing X twice? No? Is it hold X?
This is really hard to do it whilst like. I did it before.
Never mind then. Okay. Lord of the Mountain. Right. So the Lord of the Mountain is not the same as the God of the Horses. So Malanya possesses the power to revive any horse that has been killed. So I think we never actually saw Malanya in Breath of the Wild when we played, because we never killed a horse.
Did kill her.
Okay. At the spring, Link can find Malanya, whose power has weakened over time like those of the 4 Great Fairies. It requires Link to make an offering of 1,000 rupees to regain his strength. Malanya then appears from the fountain and, after joking about eating Link, offers to revive any of his horse companions that have been killed. As a result, the spring acts as a special type of Great Fairy fountain that Link can visit to revive his horses killed in battle or accidentally. The first time Link needs a horse, Malanya does it for free out of gratitude for having restored his power, but afterwards he will require Link to pay him with a single Endura carrot. It takes a lot of energy to revive horses from death. While most Hylians ignore his existence, Malenia is evoked among certain people. The Lake of the Horse God and Horse God Bridge near his spring are named after him. All stables in Hyrule pay homage to Malenia, as each one features an effigy of Malenia on its roof. This is not surprising, as Malenia is the patron deity of horses, and these effigies are likely meant to curry the horse god's favour and potentially divine protection for the stable's staff and horses. Banji notes her aunt occasionally tells us children stories about the gods who watch over the stables, though Banji herself apparently considers Malenia's legend much like she does with her aunt's story of Lord of the Mountain.
Oh, I know who I want to play as.
What?
A Korok.
A Korok? You already play as Hestu.
But I want to play as an actual Korok.
I don't think that'll work. Hestu is the Korok you can play as. The Hylian Suzuna hopes to find the legendary Horse Fountain where Malenia resides, indicating not all Hylians have forgotten him, only the exact location of the spring. Though Malenia lives in the Great Fairy Fountain, he is never referred to as a Great Fairy in-game, and it is never specified if he is related to Kotera and her three sisters, though they may share some unexplained connection or association. Malenia is one of several deities that Link encounters, along with Hylia, the Great Deku Tree, Dinral, Farosh, and Naydra. So... According to the source book Creating a Champion, Malenia had an early scrapped concept design in which she was depicted as an effeminate, dark-skinned male centaur like Great Fairy. His final design doesn't have an actual body or face behind the mask, so as to make Malenia's appearance unsettling. In fitting with his unsettling appearance, his bones are modelled after a human spine, as in disembodied form is designed to appear as held together by some kind of curse magic.
Ooh, no, I know something from Breath of the Wild that I'd love to play as.
Go on.
One of the dragons.
Yes, one of the deities, so Farosh, Dinral, or Naydra.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting one to do. Like, you can fly over the battlefield, and it's a big monster, a big enemy model thing, so you can balance it quite well, move quite quickly, so...
Yeah, I'd like that.
Oh, it wouldn't be too bad.
I think. I'm trying to think of, like, other things that you would play as. I think Beedle's probably the most interesting one. So what are the side characters that you haven't thought of, that you haven't mentioned? Because honestly, most of the main ones we already can play.
So yeah, that's what I was saying. Most of the side characters are kind of like Koroks. You're not going to play as Koroks. You're not going to be able to play as the Fire Blight, Thunder Blight, Wind Blight, etc. Ganon, because they're already bosses. You've got the Gerudo, the Rito. You can already play as Patricia the Sandseal. And then it's just groups of people, so Sheep Rustlers, Zora Royal Family, things like that. Yeah, there's not actually that many like main characters in Breath of the Wild.
That's why I'm wondering if it's not going to be a Breath of the Wild character. Like maybe it's going to be Midna, or Girahim, or Zant, or loads of people really.
Maybe.
What was that?
Yeah. How many enemies have you killed?
94.
94, okay. Ooh, baby.
Oh, I'm really weak. I have to use these guys.
Well, you didn't level them up at all either.
No. I don't really want to waste my levels on them. I want to waste my rupees.
You'll get more rupees. In fact, you've literally got a mission where you can just collect rupees.
Yikes.
Ooh. Where's your health?
Being eaten. Fine. Oh, I've got that now. I think that should get the WIZZROBE as well. Yeah.
Big ol' swipe.
Get it. There we go. Is that it?
The electric HINOX has appeared!
I don't like HINOX.
Kill the HINOX.
Oh, HINOX. Yeah.
It's always funny listening to the HINOX theme coming with all the trumpet. Yikes indeed. Just trying to see if there's anything else related to the DLC that we haven't already covered. Oh, I suppose another thing we could do is we could try completing the memory quests for the missions we've already done.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Because, well, some of them are going to be difficult to do anyway because it's, well no, actually, we've already done most of them. It's just, some of them are like, don't let Zora captains flee, don't let Hylian captains die, things like that. Yeah, so it could take a couple of tries to get those correctly.
It's not good considering I'm trying to do the bike thing. Really, I need someone with tons of like enemies. Okay. Right. So give me your juice and we'll go. Can't give me any. I'm not going to use Robosa because
she's supposed to die.
She's really close to dying.
It's kind of assuming that she's not going to take any damage from the HINOX while she's...
She probably won't. Shouldn't take me long with this because I've got 3 attacks because I leveled up during it. And that should be it. No?
Hopefully.
Well, hang on, one more.
Get him!
Need to do actual work.
Of course you do. You could tell that because you didn't do enough damage on the first one. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Ooh, just about run out of time for the weak point.
Yeah. No, 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 no. Whee! Come on, what's that?
You work in the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, it's really hard to control with the friggin' seal. Ah! Whee!
There we go.
Cool. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
She ended it with a heel kick.
So I think you killed like 180, 190 enemies.
Something like that, yeah. 166. Or less.
It was 182, but...
It said 166.
For rupees, yeah.
Oh, it said that for KOs.
No, it said 182 kills gets you 166 rupees.
Oh.
It doesn't scale 1 to 1. So, yeah. So again, I don't think you got enough battle records to do the last challenge.
Get there.
Picking the wrong missions to do.
I'm doing the ones to get the character.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not saying that's the.
There's one down
the
there
problem.
actually that I need to do too. One. No.
You do?
Right. First things first. Let's change out these shit characters.
So yeah. Zelda, Link, Tabor, and then whoever else.
Great faith in you.
Now see what a retail warrior can do.
Don't want to play
Who
as
do I
Link.
need to? I feel like I need to play as him for something.
You will need to play him as in the next DLC mission.
So I'm gonna put him so that hopefully you level up a bit, I guess.
Sure.
4 characters, a lot.
4 characters is a lot.
I feel like this is a big mission.
It's going to be a very spread out mission, I think. Because it's a deep forest, deep shadow, so Hyrule Forest is most likely... Well, is it Hyrule Forest? No. Basically, they're all going to be all over the place.
Yay.
Yay!
I've got such a, like, raspy, like, it's a proper airy one.
Mm-hmm.
You hear, like...
Deep woods, deep shadow! You've got 18 minutes to defeat the Guardian and key enemies.
Gonna hit it with a...
Sure.
Stop here!
Nice. Nice. I got through the weak point gauge really quickly.
It really did. It's a really good move. I also think I'm massively over leveled for this.
Don't know about that.
I do. So...
You're level 90 for a level 67 mission.
Yeah.
So it's a bit over leveled, but it's not like massively over leveled, considering that these are Guardians.
Plowing through these weak points, these gauges. The weak points are staying up for a long time as well. Have you noticed that?
Well, I assume they stay up longer when you use a special rod that they're weak to anyway.
Yeah, but fire should be weak to ice as well.
I guess.
Bonk. Dead. Okay. For some reason that gave me...
Yeah. Distracted.
Yeah, I thought I saw a box that was made of metal and they normally have apples in them. So I thought, oh, well,
Fair enough.
so I'm only killing these guys because I know that you want me to kill loads of them.
Well, it's required for the Master Cycle challenge, but you don't have to do it.
I'm not going to be able to play as for much longer anyway.
I know.
Long enough.
Oh, right, okay. So you're just going to switch over to someone on the other side?
Yeah, pretty much. So glad I put up the flurry rush on this weapon.
I'm going to have a look at some trailer analysis or Breath of the Wild 2 analysis, just in case there's anything that appears to be relevant. Okay. So...
Oh, when did you appear?
Just then. So we've got a Link dive, which seems to be similar to Skyward Sword skydiving sections. There is a new look at his arm, which is infused with red goop. There's like a transformation process. You get a remix.
Is this one here because I killed the other one and it's now his skeleton?
Maybe. It does say key enemies, so it's one of the glowing yellow dots.
Yeah.
As Link is climbing a hill, we see a remix of Stasis from the original game. So you can freeze the balls and then rewind them, so that's a bit different to how its stasis work. Link doesn't use the Sheikah Slate to stop time. We don't see the Sheikah Slate at all. The magic appears to come from his hand. You see it happen again when they show off the second ability, which is go through solid ground. So a puddle of water reverses into a raindrop and flies into the sky. We'll have to wait and see if his arm augments powers like magnet, remote bombs, and cryonics. We've got to look at new enemies and potential allies. So there's a potential for a sky version of a guardian. The Koblins and Moblins hang out in a fort built on top of a stone talus. 2 enemies in one. There's apparently a new weapon for an arm-attached flamethrower. The flamethrower does attach to Link's arm, but it's wielding it on the left arm, not the arm that's infected. Yeah, and this article says we'll likely get more details later this year, and this was in June, and no more details have occurred.
Give me apples. No. I have to buy them, that's right. Oh, just do it as him.
Just do it as Koga. He's right there. Carry me, minions. Carry me. Okay. So the trailer shows Link floating between islands in the sky. Teases the destructive power. Also opens up for a lot of freedom.
Eat a banana temporary sprint. No.
Okay, so Skyward Sword is the very first adventure in the Legend of Zelda timeline because it's right at the start. Apparently Breath of the Wild is set to be the final chapter in the chronology by reuniting all different timelines. Apparently Breath of the Wild 2 will be part of this grand finale as well. Everything starts and finishes with floating islands in the sky. Okay. We get a look at new enemies, old and new. New technology from the Sheikah. Built giant machines featured in Breath of the Wild. Regular enemies are apparently smarter as well. Okay. So there is a new metallic gauntlet. So stasis, flamethrower, a massive worm-like monster. So the ability that is most curious is the ability to reverse gravity and move through objects. Launches them upwards, but also creates a liquid portal on solid stone. We don't know how the power will work. We'll get new details soon. Oh. So in Breath of the Wild 2's teaser trailer, we see that the shot of Hyrule Castle is being lifted up off the ground by dark energy, right? This scene is also a direct homage to Ocarina of Time, which features a floating Hyrule Castle in the adult timeline. The last challenge you need to overcome before fighting Ganondorf and locking him in the sacred realm. I didn't remember that happening, but to be fair, of all the Zelda games, Ocarina of Time, apart from the games that I've not played obviously, but Ocarina of Time is the most, is the least played game I've ever done, and I only ever did it on 3DS. So yeah, I think there is like a floating castle in the end of that game. It's well within Ganondorf's power, or Ganon's power, to shatter the land and ignore gravity. We can believe he'll break Hyrule into floating parts. Each new piece of footage is a new piece of the puzzle. We just need to find an Ocarina of Time to transport ourselves straight to 2022. If only.
Sorry.
Still going?
Yeah.
Lots of stone taluses to beat?
Just 2, but stone taluses take forever.
Yeah, they're bosses. Imagine if they were vicious monster taluses.
This is going to be interesting.
LYNEL.
With the friggin' Go weak point. Douche. We all headed over there. Good. Do that. Oh, I got an apple. Where'd I get an apple?
Oh no. You also got a baked apple.
Yeah, because I've been set on fire.
I do like the idea of Zelda going to Robbie and Pura and being like, right, I know the Master Cycle is made for Link, but I want to do it instead. I guess it's just because of the way the Sheikah Slate interacts with it in the game.
But I still got Link in the bloody hook shot thing. Oh, follows.
Half of the time only remains.
Oh, just to kill 2 though, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
Just to kill 1.
Yeah. Whoosh.
Come on. Big move. Right out of it.
That's LYNEL's for you. They are slippery beasts.
No! I don't even think that counts.
No, it didn't count.
Yes.
Magnesis! Knock him out about the face. Uh-oh. Oh! That caused him to crash into the crate and stop him from charging.
No, I hit him with the crate.
Well, same thing. The outcome is the same, right?
Yeah, except you implied that he just ran into the crate.
Well, he did.
No, I deliberately hit him with the crate.
Okay.
Because he was standing in front of, behind the metal crate, and you can use. I've actually seen people do it in Breath of the Wild, where they pick up the crate and they just bonk, 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 and like destroy stuff with objects. It's really funny. I run out of apples.
Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
Alright.
So I did get a few KOs, but not a lot there.
33.
Sorry.
It's fine. I think we'll just have to do a bit more grinding and getting all the battle records. Again, like I said at the start, I was not anticipating that I would need to grind for normal enemies. I thought vicious monsters would be the only one, but oh well. But yeah, I guess that'll do for today.
Yeah, 'cause I've
so
got work tomorrow.
I'll go work tomorrow. Every day.
Yeah, but I have to get really. I have to get 2 hours before you.
True. True. Well, that'll do, guys. As always, I'll make sure this goes up onto YouTube at some point. YouTube.com/RiggyRobPimmsyPlay. We will not be doing a stream tomorrow because Pimmsy will be busy.
What's that?
Yes, it said an EX mission, that one there. So you can do that one now. But yeah, I know. I said I'm not allowing you. Again, by the time we do another stream of Age of Calamity, we might just have loads more vicious monsters. We might have more battle records. We should, in theory, be able to clear out most, if not all, of the DLC stuff. We might not be able to do all of the main game, post-game stuff, but we'll see what we can do. But that's over on youtube.com/RiggyRobPimmsyPlay. You can also follow us on Discord and Twitter, and that'll tell you when we go live as well. So yes, so I think, well, we're not going to have a stream tomorrow, and we're not going to have a stream on Friday, so it might be Thursday or even the Monday after, because we're going out, aren't we?
Yeah, but we could do it after.
Okay, I guess we could do it after.
Because we're going after work about
right, I see.
5:30.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Maybe,
we'll do it then.
maybe. Not sure.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye!